Hello friends, and welcome back to Front Porch Physicians. I'm one of the members of the team here, and today we're going to talk about something that comes up in my clinic nearly every week, and that is circulation. Folks, if you're over 50, chances are you've never noticed that your body doesn't quite move blood the way that it used to. Maybe your feet get colds, maybe your legs feel heavy, maybe your hands go numb. When you're knitting or gardening, circulation is like traffic. You want it moving smoothly without any jams. Now, a quick reminder before we start: this video is for educational purposes only. It's not medical advice. Please talk to your own healthcare provider about your situation. That's disclaimer number one. And don't worry, we'll sprinkle in anything else that we need to communicate later in the video. Before we dive in, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss our wellness tips. And let us know in a comment, have you ever noticed your circulation slowing down, like cold hands or swelling feet? I'd love to hear a story in the comments of you or a loved one. Alright, let's sit back together on the porch and talk about some habits that could really help. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we will now be moving into segment 1, which is move your muscles. Alright, fellas. One of the most powerful things you can do for your circulation is to move your muscles. I'm telling you, it is the key to movement. I like to tell my patients, your calf muscles are your second heart. Every time you flex your ankle, every step you take, those calf muscles are pushing blood back up towards your chest. Now, I know some of you are saying, "Doc, I'm not about to start running any marathons." And that's fine. You don't need to run marathons. You don't need any marathon. You don't need a treadmill even. You just need little moments of movement. For example, take a 5-minute walk around the living room or a garden every hour. Next, stand up during TV commercials and march in place. Next, if you're on the phone, pace around instead of just sitting. Even these small movements add up over the day. And by the way, if you're watching this and haven't subscribed yet, now is the perfect time, because we've got more videos just like this, full of tips to keep you healthy and thriving. Okay now folks, on to segment 2 of the video. Foods that fuel flow. Okay, what you put on your plate has a huge effect on how your blood vessels behave. Fun fact, some foods I often recommend to my patients are leafy greens like spinach and kale. They're rich in nitrates that help relax your body's blood vessels. Berries, full of antioxidants that keep vessels flexible. Fatty fish, like salmon or sardines. Those omega-3s are great for circulation. Nuts and seeds, a handful of almonds or walnuts can go a long way. Now, don't get me wrong. I know not everyone loves kale. I had a patient who told me, "Doc, if I eat kale, I'll need more circulation just to walk to the trash can where I can spit it out." So, we compromised. He put spinach in his omelets instead. Same benefit, fewer complaints. And yes, you can still have your morning coffee. Just don't turn it into a milkshake with whipped cream and syrups and everything in between. Quick pause for a disclaimer. Remember, this is an educational video, right? Not your own personal medical advice. Everyone stay safe out there. Now we'll get on into segment 3, lifestyle habits that make or break your circulation. Okay, alright, let's talk lifestyle. Because circulation isn't just about what you eat or how you move. It's about the little choices every day. Number 1, sitting too long. Too much sitting means blood pools over in your legs. Try standing up once an hour, stretching, or even walking to go and get the mail. And if you have a little furry friend companion at home, Maybe go and take them out for a walk or two. Get both of your legs going. Number 2, smoking. This one's a deal breaker. Smoking stiffens blood vessels and it even slows your circulation. If you're still smoking at 50 or beyond, quitting is one of the best gifts you'll ever give your circulation. Number 3, hydration. Think of blood like water in a rose garden. Dehydration makes it sluggish. Keeps a water bottle nearby. It really does matter. Stay hydrated, everyone. And number 4, this isn't a surprising one, but I got a couple messages from you all out there, and foot care is a big concern. If you have diabetes or circulation concerns, don't neglect your feet. A tiny sore can become a big problem. If blood isn't flowing well, check your feet daily, wear comfortable shoes, and treat small issues early. By the way, if you're on Facebook, Front Porch Physicians is there too. We share quick tips and recipes and reminders to keep your track. So come say hello. And since you stuck with me this far, don't forget to subscribe. We got plenty more wellness topics lined up for you. Thanks. Over into the next section, we have the Porch Hour. Patient stories and lessons. This is my favorite over on the Front Porch Physicians channel. This is where we kind of talk about stories sent in from you all, anonymously of course, and some even my patients. Now, it's time for one of my favorite parts of these videos. We call this the Front Porch Hour. This is where we share real patient stories with permission, names changed of course. That reminds us why these habits matter. This is story number 1. This is about movement. And grandmother in her 70s told me she couldn't exercise because of her arthritis. We started with 2 minutes of pacing in the kitchen during the evening news. 6 months later, she laughed and said, "Doc, I can get to my mailbox without huffing and puffing." Over to the next story, we have one retired farmer. He said, "Doc, I want kale. I don't want kale." So he added blueberries to his oatmeal. A month later, he said his grandkids were stealing his blueberries. If your grandkids are stealing your health food, you're doing something right. Next story. A man in his late 60s, dizzy all the time. Turned out he drank soda and coffee, but almost no water. Once he started keeping a water bottle next to his recliner, the dizziness improved. He said, "Doc, my wife is happier now. Look at him not wobbling around like a toddler learning to walk." Look at that. That is called progress. We keep a water bottle next to us because it is important for our hydration, especially if you're over 50. The next story we have is a retired teacher had a tiny blister that almost turned into something serious based on her circulation. And because it was not great, now she checks her feet nightly and calls it her bedtime prayer with toes. And patient said her foot check saved her from going to the hospital. These are the kinds of little habits that keep people healthier, happier, and more independent as the years go on. And you've got your own story. We'd love to hear it. Drop it in the comments below. Who knows, maybe it'll end up in a future Front Porch Hour Frontline Physicians video. Alright, so now we wrap it on that. If you're over 15 and want to help your circulation, remember 3 big things. Move your muscles, eat food that fuel flow, and take care of your daily habits. This video was for educational purposes, not medical advice. If you found this helpful, give us a thumbs up, share it with a friend, and most importantly, subscribe so you don't miss out on the front page meetup. Alright, thanks for spending time with us here at Front Porch Physicians. Take care of yourselves, keep that blood moving, and don't forget to check out our other bonus videos. We made them just for you.